You might wonder why we even bother saving our own tomato seeds. But most seeds for tomatoes and other vegetables generally comes from Europe, and they're not adapted to our conditions, especially people who live in the warmer north. So by saving your own seeds, every year your tomato plants get stronger and stronger. And with these tomato plants, you can give it to your neighbours and your friends and you'll keep another strain going. Saving your tomato seeds is done a little bit differently than other types of vegetables. Because they can carry things like blight and other types of diseases, we actually ferment them. And by fermenting them, it'll separate the good seeds from the bad. The first thing we do is we pick our best and ripest tomatoes. We slice them open and we scrape as many seeds as we can into a glass jar. You find some tomatoes have a lot of seeds, especially your cherry tomatoes, but your big beefsteaks like this are more flesh than seeds. With these 2 tomatoes, we've probably got about 100 seeds in here. With the fermentation process, we'll probably lose about 20% of that and we'll end up with about 80 seeds, which is enough for any home gardener. To that, we're going to add just a little bit of water. If you're using tomatoes which have got more seeds and are drier, you'll just have to add a little bit more water. It is important never to put the lid back on the jar. It does give off a gas, so we're going to put a bit of tin foil over the top, so if there is gas there, it can escape. By leaving it just in a warm spot for a couple of days, it will start to ferment. Here's a jar of tomato seeds that we've been fermenting for about 4 days now, and it's got a good layer of fermented matter on the surface. What we need to do is get a spoon and scrape that material and throw it away. The fermentation coat all the seeds in a protective covering and it will destroy things like your blight and other diseases. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pour the rest of the liquid into a sieve. And then we're going to rinse it through. The next thing we want to do is get some kitchen paper. 1 sheet's more than enough, and then we'll spread some of the seeds onto the paper. I try to spread the seeds in lines, but you can spread it all over the paper. The reason I do it in lines is the following year I can put the whole sheet of paper into a seed tray, and it'll germinate in those lines. What we'll do now is we'll dry this bit of paper for up to a week out of the full sun. And these seeds here have been drying for about 5 days. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to write the date and what it is on the piece of paper. Then what we can do, once it's properly dry, we can fold it up and we can stick it in a Ziploc bag. Again, we can write what it is and the date on the bag. And then we can put the bag in the fridge, and these tomato seeds will keep for at least 5 years.